You know who
So
I had playing? I had the Saints defense playing, so I came up. That's why I won probably.
okay.
I don't even know. I was scared too, man. Cause I was like, shit, they playing Tampa Bay. But I was always, something just told me, cause like it don't
Just let
matter.
it rock.
They
Just let
always
it
play close. They always play close. It just they always have close games. There will never be no blowout games with them. It's like that's like a rivalry game. So I had a feeling it was gonna be a close game or something like that. So yeah, we're gonna start right now.
All right, let's
Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Right now we're live on YouTube. But check us out on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to podcasts. 1-2-1-2 in place to be with Bunchy Cartier. How you doing, bro?
What's happening? What's happening? I'm chilling. How you?
I'm great, man. Fantastic. I had to talk to you, man, because they was telling me, well, first thing, we're going to do a little icebreaker, man. Let's do an icebreaker. So
Cool.
any topic you want to talk about right now, like what's a pressing topic on your mind right now?
Pressing topic on my mind right now. What's going on with these lockdowns and all of that, right?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
that's the biggest thing right there.
Yeah, I saw they shit. Well, over here, I'm in California, so they made us you gotta wear the mask indoors again.
Kick
Shit,
that in over too.
yeah,
They
but
kick
I saw one place they was saying that they gonna make the people they mandating the boosters now. I'm like, yeah, they trying to make niggas take the boosters now. So they doing that out there too, or no? You in New York?
Yep. Yeah, I'm in New York. I'm in New York still.
Damn. So how is it far as like I think my homie live in Brooklyn. He was saying they card you and shit too.
Yeah, a lot of restaurants and stuff but they still got the, like, if you don't have the vaccine or you ain't got a card, you can sit outside still, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. You know, it's cold outside. Nobody don't want to do that out here.
All right, man. So I learned you from Amityville. Like I said, I was just talking to the homie BP. So
Yeah,
I know. Yeah. So how was it coming up over there?
It's cool. I mean, it's cool. You know, if you cool, it's the I guess what they call the ghetto. You know what I mean? So it is what it is as far as, you know what I mean, like economically growing up and all that. But other than that, it was cool. I had a cool childhood. I had, you know what I mean? I still got friends from my childhood. You know what I mean? I grew up cool. I had a dope life. It was hard, but it was, you know what I mean? It was normal. It wasn't even hard to me. You know what I'm saying?
And wasn't that the name of a movie? Oh yeah, that's a movie. That's a scary movie, huh?
Yeah, that's the other side of town though.
Oh yeah, the Amityville horror movie. It's
Personally,
Amityville horror.
I never seen the movie and I never been over there. Like I never been on that street, or I never like went to go check the house out or nothing like that. Cause it's so out of the way. It's literally like it's on, you know what I mean? It's on the other side of town. It's on the other.
You're like, I don't belong over there.
Yeah. Like I mean, because the house is so famous, people probably still to this day drive by it and go to it to take pictures and stuff like that. But not no residents. That's like tourists and people who probably came from out of town or from the city somewhere and want to check it out.
All right. So can you just talk about your background a little bit? Let us know like when you first got into hip hop, what got you into it?
All my life I've been I loved hip hop like since I was a little kid. Like, you know what I mean? Like hip hop, like I'm born in '89, so hip hop older than me. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like I was born inside of hip hop already. You know what I mean? Like my parents was young, like 23, 24 years. You know what I'm saying? When I was born, so hip hop was coming at me from not even just the music, fashion. My uncles was teenagers to their early 20s, so you know what I'm saying? I had hip hop. I just was in love with hip hop all my life. Not rapping wise, I never really tried to rap till I was like in high school. I played with it. I freestyle with dudes in the cafeteria and whatnot. Like, you know, record on like a bullshit studio at my man's crib after school or something like that. But I never really took it serious till like adulthood, like 22, 23. Sure Shot already was like a, you know what I mean, like neighborhood sensation. And we from the same block. Like it's like one house between our houses, you know what I'm saying? So, and we always was rocking with each other anyway. So that just came, you know, that was just the next step.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that because my they was telling me they said basically the group, like you said, you're in Sure Shock, Dunbar. Well, I heard that's the name of the street where you from. But they were saying like y'all one of the coldest underground groups people don't know about. Like y'all, he's saying y'all the ones.
I mean, now that we going through, I guess you not a rebrand, or we getting more exposure now. A couple more doors and opportunities is opening up, or whatever. We got some like I guess you could say a shift in management, because I guess that was where the issue was. We wasn't really like, people was trying to holler at us and it was never getting to us. So now we more hands-on, Short Shot and myself. So we more, we popping up a lot more places now and talking to more people and stuff like that. So it's, it was like kind of like we was like shut off, kind of.
I be kind of going through, like, sometimes I notice that too, because sometimes they'll be like, say I know the artist, I'm talking to the artist, I'm like, yo, let's do an interview. They're like, well, holler at the manager. The manager be shortstopping this shit. Or they don't give it to him. So yeah.
Not even so much that too. It was like you might be dealing with somebody who, like, not to say we're not the hottest thing they got going on, but we're not the only thing they got going on. So their focus might be trying to upstart something else or get something else going or maintaining something else, just not being the main focus. But now we in a situation where we the only, we the only pot on the stove.
Yeah, that's probably better. I would say, so how long y'all been together as a group?
Say 2012, we put out our first No Hook 1 on Bandcamp, because we didn't even know how to get on all the streaming services and all of that at the time. We was and that was all brand new anyways. But we got on 2012 that we was a new group 2012, and we was playing with it a little bit before then, just making songs with each other, dealing with other people. Like, we was just in the neighborhood messing around, just rose to the top, and then was like, all right, we conquered the neighborhood. I don't see nobody that can mess with us out here. Let's go. Let's try to get in the game.
So how would you describe yourself as a group, like as far as the sound, the chemistry?
I mean, what we get compared to, or what I think of us?
But I guess both.
Like, what we get compared to is like, they compare us to like Griselda, that kind of sound, and like that underground, like the new, that new old school. That's what I call it, like the new, like the reemergence of the New York sound. We get compared to a lot of that. Wu-Tang, just not always specifically. When we do get a comparison, like a name comparison, it's always Griselda, that type of sound. But we get like, I feel like we was out before them. We just didn't, we didn't get the exposure to pop. So, not saying we copying them or they copying us, but like we original. We ain't trying to, Yeah, that's the issue I always have. That's always be like, yo, don't compare me to them. But I say like, just original. Yeah, that's my style of it. I'll just say like just original New York flavor, really. Yeah. That's just what I know how to do. I can't like I think Meek Mill is dope. I think Migos is dope. I think all them cats from everywhere else is dope, but that's just not how that's just not in me to do it like that, Well, everybody else in New York don't think the same way like that,
Yeah, then I just had BP. I know you got a project with him.
Yeah.
And then he was talking, one thing he said about you, he said your music is like digestible. So he was saying like, basically like, you kicking knowledge, but you ain't kicking it where people can't get it. Like, you kind of, I guess you the way you do it is people can retain it and understand it.
When I first started, was like trying to like play with that kind of style, like, being knowledgeable, and I somebody was like, yo, instead of being the dude who's like, yo, you see what I just spit, go get your dictionary. you should be the dude that's like, yo, I'm gonna spit the shit that's gonna make you wanna go grab your dictionary and be like, yo, I wonder what that meant right there. Or I knew this part, but what did he mean? You know, what did that mean or whatever? You know, like you ain't gotta be a scientist to be smart. You could still kick it like, you know, kick it in an ill manner that they'll feel you still.
So how do you like? Do you like read a lot?
Yeah, I read. I watch documentaries. Like not so much like now, especially now, not so much reading physically the book, but I listen to a lot of audio books or
Yeah, me too.
anything that interests me. Anything that interests me, I look it up. Like I don't got a rhyme book. I write on my phone when I go to the studio. I don't like have a billion rhymes, but I'm always taking in something where I'll be like, oh, word, that's like, I'll learn something new and just be like, oh, I could apply it to this. So it just, oh, it goes with this. So that reminds me of that. I could flip it that way when I'm ready to go do my thing, you know?
Mm.
Yeah.
I won't say, then he told me to ask you about DJ Stitches.
Yeah, DJ Stitches, that's who made it possible. That's who put us together. He like the, not like, he is a original member of De La Soul. Like if you let him break it down, I don't want to get the details, whatever, but I could line you up with him. That'd be a million views right there. That's an entertaining conversation right there. He's cool as hell, animated and all of that, you know. But he heard my music and heard I was from Amityville, and we got together. You know what I'm saying? So like he's a legend. He did other things other than that. You know what I mean? Like he was with Game Records. He was, you know what I mean? He done been around the game. He done had a deal in the 80s, you know? So he been around. So once I felt like I caught his ear, I was going to work with him. Me and him was going to cut something, but he was busy. He was tied up doing other things. But he was like, yo, I'm going to put you with my man BP and off to the races. Like we connected. I did like one joint. And he like hit me the next day, like, yo, you coming back through? Like, what you want to do? Like, and then we just kept it, you know, we kept it going. Like I probably got over 100 songs with BP right now.
Yeah, it sounds like, I mean, because he was naming like a lot of names when he was saying who he worked with, but when he said your name, he lit up. Because I think the fact that you from his city and then y'all actually like really doing the music, doing it together, I think he really likes that. He really
like physically, like we be in the same. It ain't no email or nothing. Like,
yeah, he really lit up when he started talking about you. So I know he really, especially like y'all from the same city, I know he really likes that.
Especially since like he was like more, he wasn't really active as much at the point. He was more like, you know, I'm cool. I got my relationships with some top guys, some established dudes. He'd work with them, kick it with them. He wasn't really looking for no new young dudes. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't actively scouting for talent or looking for nobody. And then, you know what I mean? He ran into me and he's like, yo, I'm hungry. I want to work again. Like he was more almost like, you know, he did his thing already. He getting checks. He do his thing. You know what I mean? Like he's established. He's in the game. He got his foot in. He got relationships crazy behind the scenes. And I'm like, he's more hungry than me. Like he ain't do it. Like he in my position. Like he trying to come up and get it still. So I respected that, and I just tried to just match him and grind with him. You know, like I would see him Monday, and he got a folder with like 20 beats in it. And I see him like Wednesday, and he got a fresh, like I can't even go back and double back on the ones I didn't get to hit, or you know what I mean? He's ready to go again. So like I just always tried to come through original and just keep it, you know, keep it ill, keep it ill style.
So how would you describe your creative process?
It ain't hard. I don't want to seem like I just smoke a blunt, listen to the beat and kick it. That's it. Like, yeah. I probably say I probably got one verse in my whole career. If you ever want to like go back and listen to it, if you want to find the differences in it, I got one verse in my whole career where I just like was like, yo, I'm gonna just kick it and go in there. Like I usually just puff a little bit of the trees and go in there and kick it.
So you don't write?
No, yeah, I write. I mean, you know what I mean? I'll puff a blunt, sit there with my phone,
Oh,
write. I write at least like 12, 13 bars and then kick it at the end, freestyle it out, or, you know, might come back and see how I feel about it. But for the most part, I write. That's what I'm saying. I don't keep a rhyme. Like I don't have like, I ain't at the crib like listening to beats. I got kids. I got a woman. You know what I mean? I ain't got the time to be in the crib just you know what I mean, just playing with my journal, you know. So I when I show up to the lab, that's my freedom, that's my release. I let everything else go and I just, you know, I write, just kick it in there. I just become the best author I could be in the lab. That's why I like to do it anyway.
I mean,
Because I
kids,
feel like I got two.
I got two too. I got a boy and a girl.
I got two boys.
Oh, so you gotta keep going, huh? You gotta
Yeah.
be your dad.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say. So who are some of your top influences?
My top influences probably would be overall. I say it's hard to say because it's just, you know, different periods of time. You know, you might have a dude that you listen to every day at a certain period of time, and then 5 years later, you still love him, but you just ain't really checking for him like that. But I say overall, I say my main influences like Prodigy. I love Prodigy. Black Rob. I love Black Rob, like his whole style and delivery. He always introduced new slang. He always got his own flavor. Nobody's not talking like him. And if they talking like him, he's switching it up the next time around. You know, he's always keeping it his own way. That's somebody I always listen to, whatever. Even if he got a major release or something that's just coming out online, I always check Black Rob out. Rest in peace. Cameron, Jim Jones, Dipset. I was heavy Dipset, G Unit. Because I'm younger. Don't everybody kill me for this, but like because I'm younger. Just in the last maybe just this past year, I just got crazy on the Wu-Tang.
You
Like
ain't that much younger though. You still an '80s baby.
yeah,
You
89.
like me. I'm 82 though.
I'm 89. I'm 89.
So I'm about to be 40, man. Like shit.
Yeah,
God
yeah.
damn. I mean, I used to be like 40. You that shit old as shit. Now you 40. Now you be like 40 through 20 and
Yeah,
shit.
40 don't look crazy to me now. When I was young, I thought 40 was gonna be like old man, but now I'm approaching. I'm like, yeah, you know, we're gonna do it. We're gonna keep it cool when we get to 40.
You know what it is though, too, man. It's like 40 in hip hop, like hip hop keep you young. Like you in hip hop and you 40, that's different from a regular 40.
Right now,
Dame Dash, like how Dame Dash is, like
all the killers right now is 40 years old and better.
Yep, Jada kissing them.
Kiss, Jim Jones, all the dudes that's sharp right now from
AZ,
NY, Fabulous, Jay, they
50,
all
ain't
40.
it?
Yeah.
Rick Ross,
Jay,
2 Chainz.
when Jay was killing it in his prime, the Blueprint and all of that, that's when he was touching 40.
Yep.
You know, that's when he was right around playing with 40. 40 is I guess, you know, your wisdom and your finances is at that time probably, you know, matching each other to a certain degree where you can flourish crazy, because all them dudes, all they pen, Nas, all of those dudes right now is rapping better than they ever been.
But I'm gonna say, you know how they be saying the 10,000 hour thing. So it's like, I think like all them people, like they've been doing it for so long now. It's like if you really been doing it for all those years and you really been trying to get better and really doing it, shit, by then you're gonna be hella good. Like yeah, shit. Like who, like all them people like Nas and them, they've been doing that shit for a long time. Lil Wayne.
Even myself, I probably don't got 10,000 hours, but I feel like from where on No Hook 1 to now, where we getting a lot of love and people is writing articles and we getting a lot of, like, you know, got a lot of looks and stuff. I was trying hard as hell when I first started. Like, yo, I think this is dope. I'll go back and change this. I'll go back and do that. Now I just be like, yo, I don't know if BP told you, I go in the booth, I kick it once and walk out, and that's that. Like, you know, I don't really, you know, he playing it back when he cleaning it up like that, and I just be like, pull up the next one. You know, that's how we be rocking. So I'm not, you know, when it comes to that, it does get, if you're at it, if you practicing your craft, yeah, that's it, and you're skilled, at least. If it's something that you're doing and you're no good, you ain't getting no better. That's one thing. But if it's something that you really, you know, you passionate about and you putting in work and improving, and you got your, you know, you made a science out of it. Yeah, definitely, I agree.
I want to say, so what allowed you and Sure Shot to stay together throughout the years? Because you said y'all started in 2012, so that's almost like what? Yeah, that's almost 10 years now.
Yeah, I mean, like that was my main man in 1998. You know what I mean? That's before rap, and it's gonna be when rap is done. That's my people. That's my, you know what I'm saying? I got biological brothers, and no, it ain't no difference. You know what I mean?
You know what my favorite groups are?
What's that?
Young Guns.
Yeah.
I like that Tough Love song they had.
Mm.
That was like one of my favorite CDs right there back in the day. I used to like Young Guns.
I like Philly dudes could spit. I love Freeway too. I love
Oh, you know who I just remembered too? They was hard. Fucking Philly's Most Wanted.
Yeah, I like Philly's Most Wanted. You know
That's,
who else I liked? I don't know if you remember them. They only had like one joint that came out. Remember Non Brigade?
mm,
They had a joint with Freeway that came out early in the game.
uh-huh.
That was a crazy joint. They was fire. But I don't know what happened. What was the details with their joint? But they was fire.
Mm.
You check that out when you get a chance. Yeah.
That Non-Brigade.
Yeah, Early in the Game was the name of the joint featuring Freeway. You
Oh.
probably remember, because I remember it was on Rap City and all of that. It was, you know, it was getting a lot of love, and then it kind of, I don't know, they fizzled out.
Yeah, shout out to Freeway too, man.
Yeah, Freeway is dope. Our people used to, because my voice is different when I rap. Like, it's, you know what I mean? I got like a different pitch. People used to be like, yo, you got kind of like a Freeway style. And I used to think that, you know, I was like, that's a dope comparison. That's, you know, I respect that.
Mm. You gotta he putting the diamonds in his beard. Now you gotta get a diamond and put it in your beard like Freeway. You saw that shit? I thought he was playing, but I saw he posted a picture. He be keeping it in his beard. He be playing. Got a diamond in his beard.
I hope to be that successful. I hope to be that successful. that I can ice the beard out.
Yeah, that was actually one I was gonna ask you. So what do you say? Like, what are your goals and your plans for your career right now?
Just any you know what I mean, we just gonna continue to make music. Definitely. We just wanna as far as goals, you know, just always get bigger. You know what I mean? Get more listens, get more listeners, do more shows, travel more, go more places. You know what I mean? I ain't playing with the game. I'm trying to be up there with, you know what I mean? As you could tell, like I'm not like a gimmick rapper. I'm not playing around. I'm trying, you know what I mean? I'm real with it. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? I would like to go up against the best of whoever is the best. I would like to test my sword against theirs, you know? That type of deal, as far as, you know what I mean? Like, as far as just career-wise, what my aspirations are, of course, I would like to sell 1 million records and go on a world tour and all of that, like the next dude. But just, you know what I mean, as far as the art of it goes, that's more my concern. I just want to just show I'm really one of those talented. I'm an MC. I'm not just a rapper. I could really, you know what I mean? I could rock a stadium, a street corner. You know what I mean? I could spit it with whoever, you know?
So you be battling too?
Nah, not battling. I just mean in the sense of like, just, I'm sharp. I'm nice. I'm just as nice as whoever, you know? Yeah. Like, you know, just that old New York shit. Just wanting to be the best, the competitiveness of it all. That's all I really wanted to do. That's all I ever, growing up, just listening, all I just wanted to just hear just who got an ill verse, who's gonna kill it next, who's gonna be, you know, who's on top right now, who's the hottest, who's just coming out, who's flaming all the mixtapes, who got a dope album out. That's all I was ever interested in. I didn't really care about all the extra stuff or the, you know, the glamour of the game. I just wanted to know who's nice. That's all I cared for. So once I got in it, that's the aspect of the game that I really was after. Just, you know, I just want to put my name, you know, I want to put my jersey up top too.
What about I gonna say? So who do you consider like the best right now?
Who's the best right now? I can't say they're the best, but I'll say like who's got the top spot in the game right now. Definitely like Benny the Butcher is probably like the hottest dude out right now. Everybody want a verse from him. Every verse that he got is, if he does a feature, that's front page news. That's everywhere. You know, if he drop a single, it's everywhere. So yeah, he's doing it the best, the biggest right now. He's doing it how you would want to do it if you had the opportunity, you know? So I definitely respect his shit. Cats like Rome Streets he's bubbling, he's doing his thing. Just, you know, the whole Grizel, it's crazy. It's so many of them, and they so, you know, there's a lot of them doing their thing right now. And then, you know, like the little babies, the little Dirks, and, you know, those type of dudes. That's who got it. Drake, Future, you know, that's at least where I see where I want to go. You know what I mean? I hope I don't feel, you know, not to offend nobody, like I'm skipping over nobody, but that's the type of vision I got for the, you know what I mean?
Now, what's your current? Like we was talking about the Amityville, but you got any more projects? You like recent projects?
I'm gonna join a producer. He got a single out, Heed My Warning. I'm on that. Rome Streets is on that. Produced by Lawrence, Heat by Lawrence. That's what he goes by. No Hook 3, Dunbar. That's our last release. That's on everything. Spotify, Tidal, everything. YouTube, other apps that I don't even know what to do with them. They on there. My previous albums. We got a full catalog. We got a lot of music out. It's just a lot of people don't know about us, you know?
And I'll say, what's the plans for Dunbar?
Plans for Dunbar. We got an album coming with BP. I'll probably say that's going to be before the first quarter coming out. Before the first quarter's out, you know, top of the year. We got just another, you know, with just all over production, not just solely produced by BP. We got another one, probably I'll say like 30-40% done. We just, you know, we like to stay busy as far as the music go. Even if it's not coming out, it's still being made. We just go to the gym and ball, you know? And then yeah, so that's like the next two. That's the top of the year. Take us probably to like summertime as far as Dunbar is concerned, yeah.
And then what do you like to do outside of music?
Outside of music, you know, my interests, my hobbies or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I play ball when I get a chance to, not as much as I like to, but I still play ball. I played ball like in high school and all of that. So
What position you played?
All over the floor, point guard, wing, whatever. I could do it. I'm pretty, I'm all right, you know.
I would say, so if we play NBA 2K and they say what kind of player you like, your player type, what is the player type?
I'm like
all around facilitator.
like a finisher, playmaker, finisher, you know.
Okay.
That type of deal. Go to the basket strong, got a little stop and pop jumpers and all of that. I ain't no Steph Curry, but you know, I hit them when I'm open.
So you a Knicks fan too?
Love the Knicks, of course.
How you feeling about the Knicks this year?
Most of these sessions that we did, we had the Knicks on the screen.
All right.
With no volume, we just got the Knicks on the screen. Music is up. Trees in the ears. good. You know what I mean? Good energy. They won a lot of games. I ain't catch a lot of losses while I was in the studio. It was the nights for real. It was the nights I wasn't in the lab that they went crazy.
I said, how you feel about this season so far?
Yeah, they having a good year. Coming off last year, you can't be disappointed. They building. I'm being realistic. Nobody ain't expecting the Knicks to win the championship this year or probably even next year based on, unless free agency goes real good or something like that. But
yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of hard. They still not getting.
I'm a realistic fan. I ain't the dude who's like, it's a new season 0-0. We gonna be the champs. Like, nah. I look at the roster. I see what it is. We got a dope chance. So we gonna go to the playoffs. Definitely, we should be in the playoffs, and we should be able to just make our way. See what
I like the coach. He got a good coach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Coach is dope. He just his decision making at times is a little questionable, and he runs some dudes into the ground. He'll run you into the ground.
Yeah, as we did to Rose.
Yeah. He a good coach though. For what's going on in the NBA now and all these teams switching up and all that, I'm cool with him.
Now, what you smoking on right now?
It's some sour.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got some. I think I'm smoking on some haze.
Yeah.
Then my brother-in-law be growing, so he gave me some stuff too. Y'all be growing? Well, y'all got dispensaries out there and stuff, or?
It's funny out here. It's like it ain't no dispensaries yet, but it's legal.
So how you get it?
But it's not legal to sell weed. Like you can't be you ain't no legal weed man out your crib or out your wherever you hustling out of, but possession of weed is legal up to like an ounce or something if you traveling around or whatever, and then there's a certain amount you can grow in your house or possess in your house, but it's like, where you supposed to go buy this weed from? You know what I mean?
So he basically telling you to grow it?
Yeah. But where'd you get the seeds from? There's no dispensary. It's no legal outlet for you to go and purchase any marijuana or products or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta get somebody to mail that shit to you.
Yeah, especially in Long Island where I'm at. They ain't really.
How is it legal, but it's no dispensaries? That don't even make no sense. So how do you supposed to get it then?
And that's like the gray area right now, because you got dudes that's on Instagram like, yo, holla at me, I got the packs. And then you got dudes that's still moving like it's 82, like, yo, man, don't call me, no nothing, come to the spot type situation. So it's all over the place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy out here now.
But I will say I guess that's the legislation that's going on now since they legalize it. I guess they trying to regulate it and see it, look at the mistakes or whatever that they made in other states or whatever and what's working in other places. So I know that's what they say the legislation is coming forward, but right now is like the time where it's like the Wild West right now with it.
Yeah, that shit, like, I mean, out here, I'm in San Diego, that shit crazy now, because, like, man, you go to the dispensary, that shit like the mall. You like, what the fuck I'm at? Like, it ain't like it used to be. Like, at first, it was like, you go to the dispensary, they just got hella big jars of weed and shit, and you could look at it.
I was in LA. I went to Cookies. That shit is like a sneaker store for weed.
You know what I'm saying? Everything's in like little packs now. Everything packed up.
And they give you shit. They like, don't touch it. You can smell it through the package and all that shit. I'm like, this is nuts. Like, I used to have to go to a nigga house in the middle of the night and check out, see weed like this and shit. Now it's like you go do this shit with your fucking buddy. Everybody can walk in. You can show your ID. All of that. It's crazy.
Yeah, only thing that's like they got a delivery service, but that still be kind of like hard too, because you don't know how that shit look, and now you just ordering that shit. You don't know how it's gonna come out.
When I went to LA, I tried all of that out.
Yeah, that was great. How long you was in LA for?
I stayed out there for like 10 days.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I'm from the South, so San Diego cool. I mean, I don't live.
I've been in New York all my life. I never lived in any other state. I stayed in Baltimore for a couple of months. You know what I'm saying? But everything outside of New York is like a foreign country. And LA, as soon as I touch down, I'm like, yo, it's mad homeless people out here. Like, it's literally, like, as soon as you get off the airport property, it's like crazy. It's crazy. So I was like, damn, this is nuts. It's an island. And I'm from New York. I thought I seen like a lot of homeless people, but nah, it's a whole different ball game in Los Angeles.
No, I said I had went to New York, man. I ain't really like New York like that. I thought it was like I was like, man, I see why people be mad in New York now, because it's just like too many people. I don't like that shit. It's like too many people for me.
New York is a place where like people will watch you in the street. You about to get hit by a car. Everybody could warn you, but they just looking at you. And then you get hit by the car and you need help, and everybody just looking at you like. That's the kind of place New York is, man. Like, it's nuts, man.
You been to the South?
Yeah, I've been to the South. I've been to South Carolina. I've been to Georgia. I've been to Florida. The South is cool. I would like to eventually, like, that's a cool place. I would eventually migrate to the South once I get older or whatever. But for now, I like New York is my speed. I like to stay here. I like, even me personally, I like Long Island where I'm at. I don't really care for going into New York City or whatever like that. It's too much going on for me. I'm the same way. Like I like things nice and smooth, nice and cool, where I can control it. You know what I mean? I don't like, it's just a lot going on in New York City to make you want to just bug out, you know?
Yeah, it ain't like in the South though, like your money, like the money stretch longer in the South, shit, and in California, New York. I think they say New York is more expensive than California.
The South is the only place I ever went, and it's like, damn, I brought more money than I thought I should have brought. You know?
I know, right? Yeah, you coming up in the South was
like, damn, I wasn't even trying to roll heavy like this. They think I'm balling. I'm just chilling.
Yup.
Yeah.
And then so what would you like to say to your fans and supporters?
Yeah, man, keep rocking with me. Thank you for the support, man. Go get Amityville from me and BP. That's the brand new, that's the newest release. I think that's the freshest new content I got out. That's like, out of everything, like, you know, we usually keep like some type of theme or to some type of you know, we try to stay within a certain confine when we do our thing, like Dunbar or whatever. And previously, like all my releases previously kind of had like a theme to it. It was like you know what I mean? This was just free. I got to just like, it was just like pick a beat and go. I wasn't trying to, when we started this out, I wasn't trying to make Amityville. I was just like, yo, I'm gonna just make a dope song every time I come through. I'm a spit a dope verse every time I come through. And I trusted him because I know he's such an ill producer, not in the sense of just making a beat, just producing an album. Like, I've heard what he's done with Tragedy. He took one album and made like 3-4 albums out of it, like with different beats and different themes and skits and cuts and, you know what I mean, like that. So I just fully trusted him, and Amityville was in his head, you know what I mean? So yeah, that was the dopest thing I got to do since I've been making music, you know, creatively. So definitely check out Amityville and just keep an eye on us, man. It gets better every day. We killing it. Not to sound cocky or nothing. I like to be modest with. I don't really run around bragging or nothing like that. Most people that know me personally don't even know I make music. It's more like an online presence, you know what I mean? Like, the people that do know me, like my close friends and stuff that know, is like, yo, it's crazy because, you know, you don't walk around, you don't act like a rapper, you just cool, you just do your thing, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? But
why is that?
If you think you good at something or you the best at something, if I'm the best basketball player, I cannot prove that to you at your house arguing with you. It's it's only one way I can show you that. So that's just how I carry it in life. You know what I mean? With most things, like I'm not running around like, yo, man, I dress better than you. I get all the girls. I just put my clothes on and deal with the women I deal with. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's how that's how I was brought up. So it's just how I kick it. So definitely, man, just keep checking for Dunbar, for Bunchy Cartier, for Sure Shot. We got, this is endless. This is what we do. It's ain't nothing. You know what I mean?
All right, man. I want to say thanks for coming through politicking with me.
Yeah, definitely. Appreciate you for having me, man. Shout out to the PoPolitickin show. Shout out to you.
Yeah, we gotta have Dunbar on.
Yeah, definitely. We put that together.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna bring my because I got my other show I be doing. My homie, he in Brooklyn, he a DJ. Called Just Two Black Brothers. So I'll bring him on and I'll let him interview y'all just to switch it up something.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, man. You got any shout outs, social media, everything?
You can follow me on all social media. It's Bunchy Cartier. All social media, Bunchy Cartier. Follow Dunbar at Dunbar Records. Shout out to Sure Shot. You can follow him at Sure Shot Top Dollar. Shout out to BP. You can follow him at BP11701. That's on all social media. We got to keep the same handle, so it's easy to find us. Check out No Hook 2, No Hook 3. Sure Shot just dropped the 8 World Project. He got a part 2 coming out in a second. We active. We out here. We got a supply for the demand.
And what does your name mean?
There was a Black Panther named Bunchy Carter. If you know about the UCLA, there was a killing of like 2-3 Panthers at a shoot at UCLA. He was one of the Panthers that got killed. And I was watching a documentary and they was talking about who he was in life and how he was. And they was saying like, he wasn't the leader. He wasn't the brains of the operation. He wasn't the head man, but he was somebody who was just down. He was loyal, and he was, he was going to speak his mind if something was wrong and he wasn't down with it. If something was right and he backed it, he was with that. So I was like, that's how I am in life. I'm not always the leader. I am a leader, but I'm not always the leader, and I don't, I don't always conflict with leadership or nothing like that. So, and the rest of it just being a down individual and all of that. So I was like, yeah, that's cool. And I just put my style on it because I didn't want to just take his whole,
just take his whole day and shit.
Cartier on there because, we fly and we, that represent like some designer label or whatever. So, just how we rocking it,
That's tight.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Got to have some kind of substance behind you. You can't just be out here a little whatever. It's a lot of whatever. People ain't putting no thought into their album, they songs, nothing. I feel like everything I did is original. I didn't bite nobody, and if I did, it was more like on a homage type of thing. Like I like that. I'm gonna do this and tell you I ain't, I ain't gonna just come out like I was the first one to ever do it. Yeah.
It may be like Lil X Murderer. You be like, what?
Yeah, right.
Little 2 pounds of dope. Be like, damn.
Yeah.
Little 2 pounds of dope.
Yeah.